Efforts are underway to give ASEAN a bigger role in keeping the peace between Thailand and Cambodia. This comes after 5 days of border clashes halted only by a ceasefire on July 28th, brokered by ASEAN chair Malaysia. CNA's Leong has the details.
At the Thai border, ASEAN's defense attachés are on the ground. And across the line, the same in Cambodia. They form the Interim Observer Team, or IOT. Their job is to monitor the ceasefire between Cambodia and Thailand. This effort was on the table at a high-level meeting in Kuala Lumpur following the July 28 ceasefire brokered by ASEAN chair Malaysia. A ceasefire still seen as fragile.
Sometimes there are very unclear rules of engagement. What should you do when you see an adversary doing a particular action, for example? And there's also, of course, a lot of local mistrust that can lead to violations of this very fragile ceasefire. So it's not just always insubordination. Sometimes it's just survival instinct of the troops that are actually on the ground.
In recent weeks, Cambodia and Thailand have hosted these defense officials at the borders, each sharing its account of events. These efforts lay the groundwork for ASEAN to eventually set up a permanent monitoring presence, giving the bloc a larger role in keeping the peace. The ASEAN defense attachés are here to verify observations, not pass judgment. I asked a senior Cambodian defense official how these reports might be interpreted and whether ASEAN itself might one day assess them independently to determine accountability. The official sidestepped my questions, saying the focus should instead be on rebuilding trust and communication between both sides.
What ASEAN should really aim for is something that is more institutional, something that is more rule-based, and for the longer run. The ASEAN's observer team is really there to monitor the ceasefire. So that means that what it entails should be to look at whether weapons have been moved, to look at the patrols, whether they are crossing the agreed line. And third, in case there are violations, they want to see whether the violations have escalated.
And if ASEAN can pull this off, it would be a rare win for a bloc often criticized for being ineffective. While it may be too soon to declare success, the milestone could be the first step toward a more robust regional peacekeeping role for ASEAN.
This particular observing troop consisting of troops from neutral countries in the ASEAN bloc, it could evolve into a rapid response type of mechanism for domestic unrest, border tensions, or even humanitarian crisis, which is always happening in ASEAN.
We should also look at having maybe a roster, a roster of observers, a roster of mediators that ASEAN can tap on. So, once you have all these things in place together, with the processes and, the terms of reference, etc., it can move beyond personality-led.
For now, progress will come one cautious step at a time. Both sides must commit so that people can see the border not as a line of division, but as a bridge. Leong, CNA.